Hey, what's up everyone, it's KAGE. Welcome to today's video. I'll be giving you my thoughts on Daredevil Season 1. I want to give a quick shout out to Emilio J Gaming for giving me the suggestion for Daredevil. Daredevil is part of the Marvel collection on Netflix, and I'm watching it in order of how the timeline is supposed to be. So the next season that I'll watch will be Season 1 of Jessica Jones. Please note that everything is in my opinion, and this video will contain spoilers for Daredevil Season 1. Daredevil Season 1 follows Matt Murdock as he tries to bring down Wilson Fisk, who is a mob boss. He also establishes his law firm called Nelson and Murdock Attorneys at Law, or Nelson and Murdock Avocados at Law. He meets other characters throughout the season that aid him in his fight against Fisk. The main character is Matt Murdock, the Daredevil. His supporting characters are Foggy, Karen, and Claire. The main villain is Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. His supporting characters are Wesley and Vanessa. I think Matt Murdock makes a great main character. I love the way he fights criminals. I like that his only power is increased senses that let him hear people's heartbeats, read attacks, know when wounds are open, and being able to tell if someone has broken bones. I mean, his senses are just crazy. He is also a highly skilled martial artist, and he also uses batons to fight with or to throw to give him a ranged attack. I love seeing the development of him throughout the first season. I like the fact that he didn't get his suit until the very end of season 1, instead of most other shows that give the main character a suit in the very beginning if they don't already have one. I love the scenes where he's just walking with the cane, then ditches it and takes off running and starts doing some crazy parkour. I don't know, it's just funny to me and I love when he did it. I also like the fact that he uses scissors at work also, like listening to their heartbeats to see if someone's telling truth or not. I also really liked how they threw flashbacks in there to show how Matt became blind, and we got to see who trained him and how he became to be today. Supporting characters are great. I really like Foggy. He provides comedy throughout the whole season and helps the investigation against Union Allied and Fisk. Karen was involved in the Union Allied and gets tangled into several messy situations. I like that she wants to pursue Union Allied and has a history with Union Allied, and she does a good job when she's faced with those dangerous situations like when Wesley captured her and she actually killed him and left. I really didn't think she was going to kill him. I thought she was just going to take the gun and run away or something, but instead she just lit him up, which I thought was great and left me surprised. Claire is the one that always patches Matt up when he gets injured. She came into the show by saving Matt's life, but then she leaves and doesn't show up much after that. She still helps him and patches him up, but she doesn't have that much screen time. I would like to see her more in season 2. I think Fisk played a great villain. I really like the fact that he didn't have the villain swag that most villains seem to have. He was very nervous talking to crowds and very awkward when he talked to Vanessa for the first time. To me, it made him seem just like a regular person with problems like everyone else. However, he's a different person when it comes down to business. He would decapitate someone with the car door and eliminate others from the competition when needed. He's a mob boss in Hell's Kitchen that has a lot of power and a lot of people working under him. I think he's a great villain for Matt because he has a lot of minions that Matt can fight that can give us those great fight scenes, and Fist doesn't have superpowers so Matt can fight fairly against him also.
Perfect.
Daredevil takes place in Hell's Kitchen, but I think all the characters in the Marvel collection take place in Hell's Kitchen also. They have the usual spots where they meet, like their office, Matt's apartment, and Josie's bar. I think the city looks great, and we get to see several other locations throughout the season. It has many rooftops that Matt can jump across and climb. I also liked how the city looked in the flashbacks, especially with the Fist flashbacks where we got to see a different time period with the city. I really enjoyed the fights in Daredevil. I think they were great. I love the choreography, and I liked how it showed how Matt detecting enemies and what weapons they're using. I really liked the development of his gear, like when he saw Stick again and Stick gave him the batons to use. Then in this fight against Nobu, he gets severely cut, then starts looking for a suit that will give him armor. My favorite fight is when Matt saved the kid that was kidnapped by the Russians and fought two roomfuls of Russians and defeated them all. I also like that he didn't win every single fight that he was in and barely escaped from a few. I think this shows that he is still human and can be beat. Daredevil reminds me a lot of Batman in the sense that he fights a lot of bosses and minions and questions where their bosses are in dark alleys at night. I'm going to give Daredevil Season 1 a rating of 9.5. I really enjoyed the season. I loved everything from the fights, the characters, the plot. I think the whole season was great. I really liked how it was different from other superhero shows in the sense that he wasn't already established as a hero and had all of his gear. Daredevil started as a vigilante that wore a black mask and a t-shirt. I also really enjoy the flashbacks in Daredevil. Usually I'm not a huge fan of flashbacks. I mean, they're okay, but I usually don't really like them. However, I actually really enjoyed them in Daredevil. Each one gave meaningful information and they didn't play out too long. I think Wilson Fisk also made a great villain for this season. I like the mob boss villain in the superhero genre, and I think he's a really great villain to fight against Daredevil, and I think Daredevil did a great job of incorporating it. I really like the fact that he didn't even appear until the third episode but was involved in everything. It showed that Fisk doesn't really usually get his hands dirty, however he will if it is necessary. I also like the relationship that formed between him and Vanessa. It shows that he's vulnerable and isn't all about business. I think the season finale is absolutely amazing. Daredevil got a suit, which looks great by the way, and upgraded batons, fought Fisk, made up with Foggy, and ended with him listening for crime on top of a roof and jumping off when he heard trouble. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Daredevil Season 1, and I will talk to y'all later.
Perfect.